My name's Patrick Foley, and this is my review of Space Goblins for UK Film Review. So this is a short animated sci-fi film by online creator AMS Overton. It follows two goblin bounty hunters by the name of Gib and Gob, who are traveling around the galaxy, hunting down lowlives, scumbags, tax dodgers, con men, things like that, for bounty payments. You've got Gib, who is voiced by AMS Overton, who is going through a sort of existential moment. He's pondering his existence and the meaning of life and what they do and the place in the universe. And meanwhile, you've got Gob, who's just kind of going with the flow. His brain kind of works on an instinctive way. He's a little bit slower. And the pair make a sort of odd couple, a bit of a weird buddy cop duo. The creators have cited the likes of Ren and Stimpy as sort of like late night adult animated comedies from the 90s as their inspiration. I also see a lot of things like Rick and Morty, some of the more modern Adult Swim style comedies in the designs as well look a bit Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy. The sort of green aliens look like sort of Vogon-ish. And I also think there's even a touch of Pulp Fiction in there, with two characters both operating on the fringes of the law, where one undergoes a sort of life-changing spiritual experience. It's a funny film, it's a witty film, it's a film that involves sort of a bit of a edgy, scratchy sort of style to its dialogue. It doesn't necessarily feel like a classic sci-fi, but more of a sort of take on the genre, as well as on the sort of police procedural buddy cop genre as well. The kind of hunting through smoky bars to find a target and trying to negotiate with them, things like that. It has a lot of commentary on the real world, the modern world, for a film that features two aliens as its leading pair. And that sort of using real life illusions allows it to be relatable even with the sort of high concept sci-fi setting. The animation style is quite unique. It's not going to be for everyone. It's quite scratchy. It's quite almost like horror-esque at times. Some of the alien designs are pretty scary looking. It's clearly a sort of ground up, lower budget approach from the creators, which I personally think makes the most of the resources they have. If you can't necessarily have really, really crisp, smooth animation, you might as well do something that feels unique, feels styled, and feels like it has it's matched to the kind of comedy of the film. It's a little bit scratchy, it's a little bit edgy, and it helps build a really interesting world. The voice acting as well is really strong. You've got Overton and HTB, another online creator, who voice all the characters, and they bring a real uniqueness to each one. Each character feels different, feels like it's its own personality. You've got the main two aliens, Gib and Gob, but a strange cast of characters around them. You know, alien bartenders, a strange sort of pig man who they're chasing down, a police chief, things like that. All different characters who come together, but all feel unique and individual. They don't feel like they're talking with the same voice, both literally and metaphorically, in terms of how they're scripted and how the words delivered. And it really comes across that the creators have got a lot of passion for this idea. They put a lot of time into developing the characters and the world and the unique identities that help Space Goblins really stand out as its own sort of world, rather than one that's just a derivative rip-off of some of its obvious inspirations. It's definitely not going to be for everyone. There'll be some people who the humour just doesn't really land, who don't really get the kind of the concepts it's addressing, or the sort of inherent comedy in a sort of really big, grand sci-fi setting with very human touches. Some people that just won't appeal to, as will some of maybe the crudeness of the artistic style. I really enjoyed it, but for some that maybe prefer more traditional looking characters. But on the whole, as a lower budget project from really imaginative pair of filmmakers, I think Space Goblins is really, really impressive. It's got a lot of unique identity, a lot of good humour, a really good script, really good voice acting, all things that you don't necessarily need a big budget to thrive with. And because of that, I'd really recommend anyone who has a soft spot for sort of irreverent comedies or science fiction, sort of deconstruction. I'd really recommend Space Goblins as one to look out for.